Hello and welcome back to Core Finance. I'm Matt Brown. I'm joined today by Bernard Aylward, who is the CEO of Kodal Minerals, listed on the AIM in London. Thank you for coming in, Bernard.
Thank you, Matt. Thanks for having me again.
Absolute pleasure. Now, just for our new viewers and potential shareholders, hopefully, can you just give us an overview of Kodal Minerals,
Sure.
what you do, where you operate, and more importantly, how you make your money?
Great. Yeah, well, Kodal Minerals, we are an exploration company. We're focused on West Africa. We have a really great lithium project in Mali, the Bougouni Lithium Project. We acquired it just on a year ago, and we've been very actively exploring since then. A lot of drilling, metallurgical testing. We're advancing the project very rapidly. It's looking really good for us at the moment.
And lithium, just to explain to our viewers why that is so important and why this is certainly something for the future.
Yeah, well, I think you'll see. Well, exactly, Matt. I think you'll see now that there's certainly a lot of press and a lot of articles about, dawning of a new age, a lithium ion age. It's all fundamentally driven by the demand for electric vehicles, storage of self-generated power. The fact is that lithium ion demand is massively increasing. We're seeing improvements in the battery technology. We're seeing a decrease in the price of batteries, so it's becoming more available to a broader area. And secondly, we're actually seeing a lot of regulatory controls also driving that demand, as we see governments such as China, the US and throughout Europe legislating to restrict fossil fuels. It's opening a huge market for the lithium ion battery, and improvements in technology, range of electric vehicles, amount of power that can be stored. It's fantastic for us. And certainly we're seeing a large supply gap at the moment. The main suppliers currently are coming out of Chile for brine deposits and out of Australia for hard rock deposits. We have a fantastic niche at the moment. We've got a hard rock project in Mali. It's outcropping, it's high grade, it's continuous mineralisation. So we think we've got an opportunity to move quickly into an open pit mining scenario. And
you mentioned moving into an open pit mining scenario. What timescales are you looking at for that?
Well, look, as I said, we've been very fortunate at the moment. We have a great project. It is outcropping. We've had it for a year. We've done a lot of drilling. We've demonstrated some great continuity. What we've embarked on at the moment is a large drilling program. We expect to be drilling at least until March, but probably realistically through to June or July next year. That will give us a huge insight into exactly how much is there. But in the meantime, we're also doing a bulk sample, 5,000 tonnes we're sending to China for testing. Will give us a great insight into the processing plant and configuration of capital that we need on site to develop the operation. So while I can't give an exact timeline to say when we'll start, what we're doing at the moment is as much work as we possibly can to bring that to a shorter time as possible. We're very fortunate, as I said, it's surface mining, so that's one thing that'll be quick for us.
And you touched on the capital, and just looking at the company as a whole, how well funded are you at this point for these projects and developing this particular project, more importantly?
Well, it's a great question, Matt. Thanks, because at the moment I can tell you we're particularly well funded for exactly what we want to do and the requirements that we need. We introduced a major shareholder in March, April this year, a Singapore-based company called Rexin, who have great contacts into the Chinese lithium carbonate market. They've invested £4.8 million in our company. They invested at a premium to market. They're a very supportive major shareholder. They're assisting us with the metallurgy and plant design. They're looking to support us through an offtake agreement as we develop the project. So yes, at the moment, greatly well funded, supporting all our drilling, all our metallurgical activities. And we think in the future we'll be able to demonstrate a really quality project that we know we can attract funding for.
And you mentioned obviously the new shareholder, and they're showing their commitment. You've appointed a non-exec to the board, so not only is it the capital, but also the contacts, and that's very important. But also they're putting the money where the mouth is, and the staff as well. You've got a non-exec on the board with a lot of experience.
Exactly right. I think it's clear that we have a supporter who's invested in the company, not specifically the project. Of course, they love the project. They're assisting us with technical side of things, particularly on the downstream metallurgical side. The appointment of Chin Tao to the board is great for us. Chin Tao is a PhD in geology. He's a specialist structural geologist, but as you say, most importantly, great contacts through China, through Australia. Myself, I've got a lot of experience in West Africa. We have a team in West Africa that I've been working with for probably well over 10 years now. So we bring to the table technical skills, local skills. We've acquired projects. We know how to develop projects. We've got a committed board, and we're looking to advance the project, as I say, as rapidly as possible. We think that'll be great benefit to our shareholders.
And you've obviously touched on the timescales of where you'd like to be with the Mali project, the Bougouni project, but just finally touching on other projects that you've got ongoing as well at Kodal. Just explain to our viewers where you'd like to see those and overall for the company, the next coming year, what you expect for 2018.
Sure. Well, look, we are a bit diversified. We have gold projects in West Africa, both in Côte d'Ivoire and Mali, 100% owned at the moment. In Côte d'Ivoire, we have joint ventures with Resolute Mining and Newcrest Mining, both of those companies spending money. So that's great for us. We're advancing projects. We're seeing money spent on the ground. Opportunity for discovery is always closer in that way. In terms of our Mali gold assets, well, we hold them 100%. I'm slightly torn because the quality of our lithium project means that it's hard for me to direct exploration dollars to the gold at the moment. We're getting fantastic results. We are looking to see what we can do with the gold assets to generate some value. And I suppose finally to touch on where I hope to push the company to, number one, maximising our exposure and value to the Bougouni Lithium Project. I think the money we're putting in the ground now we'll get a great return for. And like every company, of course, we're looking at other assets and other opportunities. We'll continue to do so. Our focus is Bougouni. It's a great asset. We'd like to build on that. So I think, you know, to sort of summarise, we're a company that's well funded, great project, well supported, lots of activity going on. You'll see a lot of news flow from us.
Good stuff, lots of positives. But in the meantime, Bernard from Kodal Minerals, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you, Matt.